everyone I know is talking about our first guest, Teyana Taylor. Listen, this is so real because who else can say they choreographed for Beyonce at just 15 years old, but then grew up to be a force of nature of her own? Teyana Taylor went from Harlem to Hollywood with chart-topping hits, red carpet moments, and listen, an adorable family that looked like a modern-day fairy tale. Look at those kids! But never to be put in a box, Teyana Taylor is a triple threat. And as a critically acclaimed actress in her latest starring role, 1001, Teyana plays Inez, a woman who grew up in foster care, and now her son is in the system too. The movie is a delicate and beautiful dance between the love, the bond between a mother and her child. I have to show you this clip, Tam Fam. This scene, it just hit me. In this scene, the character removes her son from a hospital after he falls out of a window, trying to run away from his foster home. And at that point, the mother decides that her child is better with her. Take a look.
All you got is me, okay? I go to war for you, you know that? Do you understand that? Against anybody, against this whole city. They can try all they want. They can try all they want, but they're not breaking us up this time. You wanna find a new home?
Yes.
But I need to know we in this thing together. Tell me.
We're in this together.
Tell me.
We're in this together.
Already, reviews are declaring that Teyana Taylor delivered a commanding breakaway performance. Another review already proclaiming her as an early favorite for next year's Oscars. And her movie took home the highest honor at the prestigious Sundance Film Festival. She's the name on everyone's lips right now. Singer, actor, producer, director, choreographer, fashion icon, mom, wife. Please welcome the ultimate multi-hyphenate, Teyana Taylor!
How are you?
So good to see you. Oh, you look amazing. Have a seat. So I just want you to know, next year when I call you after your Oscar nomination, your team is not, she's busy, she can't come on. Congratulations.
No.
On my way down, I went on Rotten Tomatoes, which is the review site for all movies. The movie's at a 100%.
Yes.
I've never seen a film get 100%.
Yeah,
This is huge. This is huge. I mean, this character hits close to home. This is a love letter to moms and sons, but also New York City.
Yes.
The New York City you know.
New.
You knew.
Yeah. So
Because
a lot of change.
And then
the
the movie touches upon that because you
Yes.
look at the change of New York as this mom who has served time in prison is trying to find her voice in this New York she doesn't recognize.
Exactly.
What was it like for you?
It was tough, you know, because I was able to now relive in this era as an adult, as Inez, you know, which in, just ruined the back.
Hey, this has never happened on a Tamron Hall show. Did y'all hear that faint little mommy?
She was still back there.
I walked in and Junie waved like, hey, your children are, how surreal is this? You're in New York City. We're a few minutes away from Harlem. You have this huge movie. Your baby is behind the scenes saying, mommy.
Oh, and Junie.
This is Rue and Junie.
Junie would say, can I come out? I said, this one is just
mommy. She wanted to come out on stage, the real superstar. But how do you worked hard since age 15 in this business.
Yes.
And now here you are, your first leading big role.
Yes.
And it's a love letter to Harlem, and your baby is right behind this door.
Yes.
How do you process it?
It was heavy.
Yeah.
You know, it was really heavy because the movie was a real eye-opener, you know what I'm saying? Not just as a mom, but also as a daughter, because like I was saying earlier, like in this era, I was just little Terry's age. I was 6 in '96, you know? So to have to go back and experience this as an adult, like it was really eye-opening for me because I'm like, wow, like my mom was a single mom and like those moments when I had those Terry questions. Why? Why this? Why that? What happened to what's her face? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you always working? Not understanding and really all the way appreciating the things that mothers do, you know? When I was first pregnant with Junie, that was when I first started really waking up like, oh, wow, like this is a real thing. This is a real job.
This
it's
is
the
a real...
biggest job. Yes, no matter who you are or what your status is, like being a mom is the biggest job, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And here you have the character that you portray is the type of woman people don't bet on.
Right.
She has served time in Rikers. She's trying to find her voice, finds herself homeless, and now finds herself on the run with her child. Why was it important, I think, to bring this character with you and the director? I mean, both of you are getting high praise. This is the type of woman people don't think they can root for.
Exactly.
And then they find themselves rooting for her.
But this is the type of woman that's within all of us is woman, you know? And that's the thing. She's fighting to be loved. She's fighting to be protected. She's fighting for her voice to be heard. What does that sound like? A black woman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's exactly what's going on here, and that's why I felt like it was important to be a part of this story because there's so many women like this around me, even just me being in the industry feeling unheard, feeling unloved, feeling almost invisible. You know, so I can relate to Inez in so many different ways. My grandmother can relate to Inez. My mom can relate to Inez. You get what I'm saying? It's just like we show up for everybody. We have strength for everybody and it's praised. But when we have strength for ourselves and show up for ourselves, it's a problem.
Right.
So it's a damn if you do, damn if you don't.
Damn if you... And to your point, you know, the Hollywood Reporter says you shine in this movie, and they pointed out this scene where you were the character as Inez, you were simultaneously laughing and crying at the same time eating
the noodles,
right?
Cup of noodles.
While watching reality TV. So here she is in this emotional roller coaster of a life, laughing and crying. I think every woman in here, no offense, fellas, but you can relate to that moment where you have to keep smiling for the family or the whole ship is derailed.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's why Inez for me was so therapeutic.
Yeah.
You know, because I was able to go on set and just put my super mom cape to the side, you know what I'm saying? Put my super wife cape to the side and actually be weak. You know, like have a moment of weakness and cry out loud. So whatever, you know, quiet battles I was fighting, dealing with postpartum depression, being back home and having to go to funerals during my lunch break, that was a lot. So not only did I feel like, you know, they were trying to erase our history of New York, but my childhood was being erased. My childhood friends were being erased. That was a lot.
And this was happening all while you're filming this film.
Yes, exactly. So that's why I was saying it was so therapeutic for me because I was able to just like let go within Inez because once they yell cut and it's time to go back home, it's time to throw the cape back on.
Yeah.
You know, I'm back to Supermom. So, you know, Inez was a therapy session for me every time I went on set because I was able to cry out loud for us, cry out loud for my mom, cry out loud for all the women around me, cry out loud just for mothers in general. You know?